Hello students, today we are going to start a new lesson in the writing skills, which is the informal letters. Now whenever we talk about letter writing, we remember our letters that we did in our class 7 and 8. In class 7 and 8, what we did is that we spoke about we practiced more and more about the various type of informal letters and the formal letters. For formal letters, what we did? For formal letters, we started to write letters to the editors of the newspaper, to the principals of the schools, and to some other important people. For informal letter, we used to write our letters to mothers, to our friends, to our cousins, to our distant relative, and many other people. Now with this letter writing, we gradually get to understand that once upon a time, actually this letter writing was very much there. Because there was a time when communication was done only through letters, and since quite a long century, before even the discovery of the telephones, this was the only means of communication. And the best part of this is that these type of records were stored. Means suppose you are writing a letter to your cousin who stays somewhere. So if the communication is going on through the letters, then what you are keeping those letters, and your cousins are also keeping these letters in their own possessions. So you have a quite a repository of your communications, and this is something very, very special. Whenever you feel, you can read it once again. Now not only this enabled the reading habits, but it also developed one thing: it developed the writing skills. For informal letter, it was much more easy to write, because you can write whatever you can, because you are writing to your near and dear ones. But for formal letters, suppose somebody is applying for a job to the company, he has to write a letter following a prescribed format. Suppose you are writing to the commissioner of the municipal corporation for some problems in your locality, you have to maintain a proper format. Even to some other people, suppose to the principal of the school, if you are writing this letter to the principal of your school just for asking a leave of 1 month, then also you have to write a prescribed format. So therein comes the format, the style, the ways of letter writing. Now generally one question comes in all of us minds, and that question is, are letter writing still relevant nowadays? Do we really need letters nowadays? Do we really write letters actually? If we don't write, then what for the post office is for? If we really don't write letters, then how come that postmaster still run for the letter, the postman still run for the letter? You will be amazed to know that none of the official work is possible without a letter. Now perhaps it can be sent through email. So letters still have an importance, but more importance is given to the formal letters. But for this, are we really forgetting to write the informal letters? If we don't know to write the informal letters, then we cannot confidently write a formal letter even actually. And this is for this reason we are going to start the informal letters. We are getting to introduce the various styles or format of the informal letters before starting with the sample formats of the informal letters. So let's start. Now here I want to point out a few things. First of all, in this you can see that there is an envelope, right? So there is this envelope, and on the envelope, from the envelope, one letter is being shown. It is a blue envelope from which a letter is coming out. We write letters, isn't it? And whenever we used to write informal letters, these type of letters were, these type of envelopes were used. And what should be written on the top of the envelope? To whom you are sending the letter and from whom it is being sent. So the envelope contains everything. The postmaster is not supposed to open this envelope. Only the receiver of the letter is supposed to open this letter, and then he is supposed to read this letter. So this was the way. So what is an informal letter? So this is the most important thing that we must know. What is an informal letter? So informal letter, also known as the friendly letter. Yes. So the informal letter, which is also known as the friendly letter, is a personal letter actually. And this letter is written to the various type of friends, various type of relatives, and so it is written in a kind of personal fashion. So this type of letter is written in a personal fashion. Okay. So we can write it into anyone with whom you have non-professional relationship, although it doesn't exclude business partners or workers whom you are friendly with either. So it is a letter referred to as a friendly letter. It is a personal letter written to friends or relatives, or it is a letter written in a personal fashion. So we can write it to anyone with whom we have a non-professional relationship, and it doesn't exclude business partner or workers with whom you are friendly either. So there are few formatting rules for the informal letters, and there are for business for formal letters. So the letters can be used for some reasons like conveying message, news, giving advice, congratulating the recipient, requesting information, asking questions. So it is a personal letter basically, written to whom we are familiar with, like friends, siblings, parents, or any other close one. While writing an informal letter, one can afford to be friendly and make use of personal or emotional tone. So as we see here that it is a letter that is supposed to be written to a friend, to relatives, or to anyone whom we have a non-professional relationship, and it doesn't exclude the business partners or workers with whom you are friendly either. And there are a few rules for these informal letters, though actually there are no such rules, but some formatting rules are there. Okay. So the letters can be used for some reasons actually, like conveying message, giving some news. Suppose somebody died, you are giving this news, right? So for this you are writing an informal letter. Conveying message, you have to convey this message. Suppose some money order is there, some in payment is going on, so you have to convey this message. So for this you have to write this letter. Suppose you are supposed to give advice to somebody that take this as a career opportunity, you can write an informal letter. And suppose somebody has scored a very good marks in the exam, so you can congratulate the person. So you can, if you are wanting to ask information, suppose some of your friends lives in Delhi and you want to get to know more about a college in Delhi, so you are requesting information. Okay. Or if you are asking some questions, then also you can write this letter. So it is a personal letter actually, written only with whom we are familiar with, like friends, siblings, parents, or any other close relatives. While writing an informal letter, one can afford to be friendly and make use of personal or emotional tone. Yes, we can use our personal and emotional tones also here. So generally, there is a difference between the formal and informal letters. The formal letter is written for business and professional purpose with a specific objective in mind, It uses simple languages which is easy to read and interpret. On the contrary, informal letters are written to friends and relatives for personal communication and require a casual or emotional tone. So this is what is very important, that this formal letter and informal letter. So what is the basic difference? The basic difference is the pattern of writing. Like formal letter is written for business or professional purposes and with a specific objective in mind. So it uses simple language which is easy to read and interpret. On the contrary, informal letters are written to friends and relatives for personal communication and requires just a casual or emotional tone. So for our informal letters which are written to friends and relatives, we require just a casual or emotional tone. And what is the format? So actually you see that there is no set format for informal letters. So there is no set format for informal letters, but there is a general pattern of some conventions that people generally follow, and we will be looking at this pattern and certain tips on how to write effective and attractive informal letters. So let's go to the format. And these formats are acting as a guidelines when we are drafting a letter, and they are not hard and fast rules. So let us begin with the format. So the first thing that we write here is the address. Yes. So the first thing that we write is the address, and whenever we are writers, I showed you that envelope, right? And I told you that on the top of the envelope you should write the address. Now why this address is written? This address is written for a specific purpose, so that the postman can get an idea to whom the letter is to be sent. So the first thing to write is your address, that is the address of the writer, basically the sender's address. So we usually write the address on the left hand side of the page at the very top, and the address should be accurate and complete. Even when writing to close friends or relatives, the address must be written so that they can reply back the letter with ease. And if the recipient of the letter is in another country, do not forget to write your country as well in the address. So basically the sender's address written on the left hand side of the page. So when we are writing in the copy, we are writing on the left hand side. When we are writing originally, we are writing on the envelope. Now the date. Next, just below the address, we write the date. And this allows the reader to have a reference as to when the informal letter was written. So he can relate better to the contents of the letter. The date preferably should be in expanded form. So this one we will see when we will do basically, okay. When we will see the sample format, then we will understand how the date is supposed to be written. Yes, next comes the greeting. Now so since we already know whom you are writing this letter, okay, so this greeting can be informal as well. Means suppose if he is a friend or somebody like close to your age, we can greet them either by the first name like dear Alex. So if we are writing to our relatives like your mother or father, uncle or aunt, then you may greet them as such, for example dear mom. And if you are writing to an elder person, someone you respect greatly, and you can address them as Mr. or Mrs. Like say for example, if you are writing a congratulatory letter to your teacher, it can be addressed as dear Mrs. Alex. So this is very important, the format greeting. So the greeting when you are greeting this some person to whom you are writing, and this you have to maintain throughout the letter. If you are writing to a friend, then it's okay. But if you are writing to somebody senior, then you have to maintain a proper greeting, like you have to mention Mr. or Mrs. or respected, okay. So you must show the respect in the form of the greeting if somebody is very very senior to you, and this is very important in the informal letter, because the person who is reading, if he doesn't feel quite respected, then he might feel insulted. So for the senior ones it is very important. For the friendly letters it's okay. Now actually the content of the letter comes. So now we begin writing the actual letter. So the introductory paragraph sets the tone of the whole letter. So this introductory paragraph, it shows the actual letter. So the introductory paragraph sets the tone of the whole letter. You might begin by asking the recipient about their well-being, or you may say that you hope the letter finds them in a good health and great spirits. The opening of the informal letter should be casual and confronting. It must not be formal and direct as business letters. So the opening of the informal letter should be very casual, it should be confronting, it should not be formal, okay. Then the body comes. So introductory paragraph sets the letter. Now the body. So the letter overall should maintain a friendly tone, but if you have to adjust the language and wordings according to who you are writing to, so with a friend you can afford to be very casual, right? So with your own friend you can be very casual, right? But if you are writing to an elderly relative, you must be extremely respectful and considerate. So this is what I told in the greeting also, that no matter if you are writing a casual letter to your friend, then it's okay. But whenever you are writing to a relative, then you should be very respectful and considerate in your letter. So one way to determine the tonality of your letter is to remember how you talk to the person in a conversation and then apply the same syntax and sentiments to the letter. So how you talk to the person. So we generally call different names to our different relatives, and we have typical names. So if we just write on that basis, okay, then also it's okay. So this is what, for example, some people call their father as Pa or Daddy. So while in the body also, in the greetings also, if you write Dear Pa or Dear Papa, and in the body also you mention many times Papa, then also it's okay, right? So you should maintain the tonality of your letter, how you talk with a person. Then the concluding paragraph, after saying whatever you have to say in the letter, now your letter should have a purpose. Even if you are asking about how are you, then that should also have a purpose and that should also have a message. Because each and every letter, when they are supposed to be sent, actually, okay, these sendings of the letter, they used to have a huge cost once upon a time. Nowadays the cost can be bearable by everyone, right? So if you buy a stamp of even 50 rupees, you can afford that, but previously that money was too much, so you cannot write anything rubbish at that time. So now the conclusion. So in the conclusive paragraph, some of the reason for writing the letter, that is summarize the letter. So you have to summarize the letter in the conclusion. Say a meaningful and affectionate goodbye to the reader, and do not forget to invite the reader to write back to the right reply. So it shows an intention to keep the conversation going. This is very important. So you should write the letter so that the other person, you should give a question, you should invite the person to write the letter, because if you don't do this, then the conversation will never go on. And then the signature. There is no way to sign off informal letters actually, since they do not follow a strict format. You may sign off as you please, and some commonly phrases are, so these are some commonly phrases you should know, like lots of love, best wishes, kind regards. So these are some general formats, steadfast formats that are used in order to write a letter. So now let's come to a few sample letters in order to understand the letter writing in a better way. See. So what is the letter? So write a letter to your friend Rudra, inviting him to spend the summer vacation at your place in Mumbai. So you are Sakshi or Saksham and do not exceed. So this word limit is there. Okay. Now I am writing the address. 129 Navyug Apartments, Pitampura, Delhi. I am giving the pin code. If I don't give the pin code, then the letter will not be sent. I am giving the March date, March 01 2021. This is what I wanted to show you. Okay, this is what I wanted to show you, that how the date should be written. So the month should be mentioned, and then the year, and then the day. So month, day and the year all are mentioned here properly. Now since this is an informal letter, so there is no such subject as that, as such. So what you should write? It's been a while since I have heard from you. Where have you been? I hope this letter finds you in best health. So this is the introductory paragraph. So if you are inviting the friend to spend a summer vacation, then you are starting in a friendly tone. It's been a while since I have heard you. So why are you not writing quite often? Where have you been? Yes, why haven't you written? So this is how you talk to your friend. I hope this letter finds you in best of your health. So hope your health is well. So this is how I write, and the person will feel happy. As summers are approaching, I was thinking if we could spend the summer break together at my place in Mumbai. I will introduce you to all my friends and close relatives. I will give you a city tour as well. We will spend some quality time in the afternoon near the seashore. To add cherry on the cake, the weather here is very pleasant during those days due to the sea wind. So the weather is very pleasant. So why don't you come? I will introduce to your friends and close relatives, and I will do everything for you. I will give a tour, and you were extremely happy after reading this. So now the person is writing, I am excited even at the thought of you spending the summer together after so long. I have to tell you a lot of things and expect the same from you. Give my regards to uncle and auntie. Hope to see you soon. Yours lovingly, Sakshi or Saksham. Now, after reading this letter, the person will definitely feel that yes, let's go to that place and let's spend a quality time together. And now this word, I have to tell you a lot of things. Okay, I have to tell you a lot of things, and I'm not writing this in the letter. Now what happens? In your phone even, conversation even, if somebody tells you that I have a lot of things to tell you, I will tell you later on, then you actually wait too long for the later on actually, isn't it? And you constantly insist, tell me now what happened, tell me now what happened. So in this letter, this same type of thought is being provoked, and by this reading this letter you will go to that place to hear a lot of things. So the purpose of writing letter is successful, and if the purpose of writing letter is successful, then the letter is successful. Now some of your friend has written a book, so write a letter to your friend appreciating his book that he wrote in Bangalore while pursuing his writing career. You are Robert or Robina, and your limit is this 120 to 150 words. Okay, answers. So the address B101 Regency Apartment, New Bombay. Date 1 January 2021. Dear Vishnu, how has life been treating you? How are you actually? I am writing you this letter to tell you how proud I am of you. I read your novel and I thoroughly enjoyed it. Well done. So I am congratulating the fact that I have read the book that you have wrote. You have wrote a novel and I have read it, and that satisfies the writer. The speech and flow in which the letter is, so now the body comes. So by the introduction I congratulated him. Now the body, the speech and the flow in which it is written is commendable. I really liked your choice of words. I know the most of your books are inspired from actual life experience, and this book clearly demonstrates how committed and hardworking you have been. It is doing absolute justice to what you have gone through and how well you have handled it. So I am explaining the book now. And my friend, now the concluding one. My friend, since you left for Bangalore to pursue your writing career, we have drifted apart. Unfortunately, I hope we can start a correspondence here and meet soon one day. Hope you fulfill your dreams. Remember, sky is the limit. Yours lovingly, Robert or Robina. So I am writing that sky is the limit. So we should meet one day. So I am feeling sad that we have drifted apart. So I am thinking of you. Immediately the other person will write the letter. And this is how the conversation keeps on going. So let's go to another type of letter. Write a letter to your friend congratulating him or her on a success in the 12th board exam. Means the high secondary exam, the class 12 final exam. The address 108 Shahana Apartment, 12M0 Road, New Delhi 10034. Now here a trick is there. Okay, so this is how you should write the address. The trick is that you should mention any apartment. If you don't know the address even, you should mention any apartment. You should mention the flat numbers. MG Road is almost available in all the types of cities. You give any number to the MG Road. MG Road means Mahatma Gandhi Road. And then the New Delhi. I just know a pin code of few cities 110034. I don't know even if this is a pin code, but you should write in this format. Only then the writing in the copy will be successful. Now the date 24 June 2021. I am writing in JUNE. Okay, not 2406. I am writing 24 June 2021. Dear Alice. So how I am writing? See, my happiness knew no bounds when I got to know that you have topped in your school. I congratulate you on my brilliant success. I can easily imagine how uncle and auntie are happy now. Their dreams, your hard work came into reality. So their dreams and your hard work actually came in reality, and you have I congratulate you that you have succeeded. You have topped in your school. So the result has proved that focus on work and hard work, determination always brings good result. Your laborious lecture led to your success in 12th board exam. Many friends and relatives thought it would be not possible for you to score such marks, but at my core of my heart, I knew it is only who can achieve this success. Now all your friends are really happy with your results. So there are a lot of criticisms you are mentioning, and only by your hard work and determination you can do this. So this is how you should write the words. Now the conclusion. I really appreciate your hard work. Please be encouraged and continue hard work to pursue your future goals. I hope to see you soon with lots of love and best wishes. Yours lovingly, Shubhajit. Okay, so if you are writing, write your own name. Like I wrote my own name. So you are appreciating the hard work, and you are appreciating to encourage. Actually, you are encouraging them to continue to hard work, and you are giving your best wishes for the future goal. So this is how generally the letters are written. Okay. The basic motto of informal letter is to keep the conversation going, and in order to maintain a family tone, you should also ask about the well-being. You should congratulate them. You should use the word language that is quite respectful, and so that the other person can continue to write the letter. The conversation must keep on going, or the purpose of the letter should be solved. So these are the three things you need to keep your mind while writing an informal letter. Okay, so hope you enjoyed this class. Okay, the notes are there in the Google Classroom. Read them well and follow this video if you find any difficulty. Okay students? Okay, so thank you students. Let's end this video now.